All right, howdy gamers. Welcome back to the next devlog for Erbs 2. So this week I didn't get as much done in terms of coding and stuff as I would have liked. However, I was able to get recording set up. It's a little jank, but I got recording set up for just recording, I guess, the uncut version of development. Just at the request of one of the commenters. It's something I had thought about doing previously, but didn't think anyone would really be interested. So to be asked directly about that, you know, for me to do that, it felt like a good sign and made me feel like it was worth trying. In terms of the actual mod though, I tried turning some of the entity stuff that's used for locating miscellaneous things, like where to drop items, the corners of the map so that the Lua scripts know where to put the fire for the firewall. I tried putting all that into a prefab, or at least the firewall stuff, just to test. And that seemed to kill the Lua script's ability to find those things. And so I decided not to try and do that. Although in editing, I think I may have figured out what's causing the issues. There's like a fix up entity names option. And so I suspect that that's changing the names of the entities somehow. And that if I were to uncheck that, probably things would work as expected. Although I haven't tested it yet. When I do these devlogs, I try to make sure that I don't change anything from the time that I stop for the week to the time that I finish making them, just to make sure everything is as it was, you know, as like a snapshot. So after I decided to stop on that, I did get one of the info target entities set up to get the fire elevation, because between the map that I use for debugging stuff and the map that Kira's made that's meant for actual players, the elevations are very different for where the fire needs to go in order to be visible. I think on Kira's map it's like around 2,000 units high, a little bit above that. For my debugging map, it's more like 0 to like 64 units, I think, above the origin. And so now there's an info target entity that will locate that. You just put it in the map and it sets it up. So that should be useful for making sure stuff works between maps. I don't have to like basically hard code different values whenever I want to try a different map. And the last thing that I was trying out as far as mod stuff goes is adding, or I guess testing how drops could work for enemies. And so what I got working was I took like I copy pasted something from one of the pre-existing Dota mods to just add an enemy. I changed the model up from like a zombie looking thing to a wolf, because I feel like the wolf would probably be a little bit more appropriate. And basically added some code that just whenever something dies, doesn't matter if it's that or a player or what for now, it does in fact drop like a piece of metal. So not super big, but will make things easier in the future when I do want to add in creatures and whatnot. Well, anyways, that's it for this week. If you like this stuff, definitely leave a comment. I really do appreciate those. And at least for now, I read every single one of them because, you know, there's not all that many for now. But hopefully I'll have trouble reading all of them sometime in the future. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.